Now, more importantly, we get to our college football topic of the day, and what we believe might be a pro football topic very soon. Skye PoVey joining us in Studio B. Skye, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, before we get to football, let's talk about the parking issues that have been happening at BYU. You tweet out a picture yesterday of your truck with 3 tickets and a boot. What happened?
Man, I think they had a bounty on me or something, in the parking office. Because to be honest, I probably shouldn't confess this on live TV maybe, but I'd gotten away with years of parking and teacher parking. So what I would do is I'd back in, and the front of my truck didn't have a license plate. So I think because I kind of figured that thing was scanning numbers maybe.
Okay.
I don't know if some students are watching. Maybe they can try it. Pitcher might scare them off a little, but I think maybe I'd gotten away with it so far. They were fed up, and maybe that guy got free pizza or something for getting me. I don't know.
It doesn't help that you have a massive truck either.
Yeah, it kind of stands out a little bit. I think if I had a
They know
Corolla,
your truck.
Yeah, it's noticeable.
I like that you tweeted at BYU Problems too. That's a good follow.
Yeah, it was it's a problem here at BYU, so I just figured, they'd be interested.
You have to take care of that before you can graduate, right?
Let's hope not. I don't know.
I bet you do. Then, I had a friend get a phone call from the testing center saying you owe 50 cents for 2 pencils.
What in the world?
Yeah, this is a real thing.
Holy cow. Send that to the at BYU Problems on the Twitter machine. Okay, one more thing. I've noticed you at a lot of baseball games. While I'm calling games, you're behind home plate with your good buddies Mitch Matthews and Nick Kurtz.
Yeah.
What's the deal with those guys sharing cougar tails?
It's a sketchy crowd.
Those dudes are funny, man. They're just they try to get me to join in, but I'm like, because they're sharing a blanket, and I'm like, dude, that's offensive stuff. I'm like, man, us defensive players don't do that. So, but yeah, my roommate, he's on the baseball team, so I usually don't miss a game. I usually try to go to most of them. So
who's your roommate?
Eric Uri.
Oh, he was the hero last night.
Home run. Give him a shout out. Just hit a home run to win it in extra innings last night.
That was big time, and that was a nice win for BYU. So on pro day, you killed it. What kind of training went into that performance for you?
Yeah, so I was training with Jordan Pendleton, as some people know. Awesome. He's one of the, if not the best trainer I've ever worked with. And it was different. It was a bunch of explosive med ball throws, box jumps. To be honest, at first I was a little, because it's very different than anything I'd ever done. I was used to throwing on a bunch of weight and just squatting, And with Jordan, it wasn't like that. And so I was kind of iffy at first, but I kept getting gains and I kept getting faster. And so I kind of just trusted him and trusted the process, and it worked out.
I love that he tweeted out, the slow white guy from BYU just ran a 4.5 and jumped 37 inches to lead pro day. When you hit those numbers, were you like, did you surprise yourself?
A couple of them. The vertical I knew I'd get, the broad I knew I'd get. The 40, the thing that actually did surprise me is my agent. He contacted me, and a couple teams had me at a 4.49.
Woo!
And so yeah, I didn't think I'd break 4.5. With Jordan, the goal was a 4.55. I wanted to run a mid 4.5. So the 40 surprised me a little bit, and then the 3 cone, I knew I'd run a good time, but I didn't know that I'd be breaking 6.6, because 6.6 was the record, was the goal as well.
What is it with BYU safeties and running an amazing cone, 3-cone drill? Daniel Sorensen did it.
Yeah, I know. I guess we just do it on the weekends or something. Me and Danny out there running 3-cone drills.
So in the 40, Spencer a couple weeks ago, I don't know if you caught wind of this, said that he felt he could run a 4.9 40.
Yeah, I heard it.
So yesterday we ran it. Do you think that he can run a 4.9 40? We're going to reveal that coming up.
I'm 33, Skye. I'm 33.
Was this who timed him?
Okay, we had some digital technology that we used after to get precise timing.
Okay.
So we did hand time for unofficial, and then coming up we'll show you the official
okay.
digital timing.
Yeah, I mean, no offense, I don't think he hit it. And
none taken.
Some guys on the 3rd floor were timing it as well, and I don't think they had you under it either. So
all right.
We'll see.
There was a tweet of someone from the JFSB, which is a building, I don't know, hundreds of feet away and up high on campus. They were watching from the 4th floor.
Yeah.
This was a campus
became this thing.
Watch you do this. And coming up, we'll tell you the time.
Now, if I ran it on turf, I was running into a headwind, okay? And the grass was just aerated, so there are chunks of dirt all over the place.
Here come the excuses.
Just saying, like, we're going to do this again, okay? I don't know what happened, but we're going to do it again.
Don't worry, you're not alone. Bronco Mendenhall is like, you have zero prayer. Mike Littlewood's like, yeah, right. Yeah, we all hoped that he could do it. We'll find out.
Okay, so with your 4.49 or 4.5 40 and your 37-inch vertical and your really fast three-cone drill, what are you hearing from NFL scouts after that performance at BYU's Pro Day?
Yeah, so like my agent's had quite a bit of interest shown in me through after my performance. It's as some people know, some teams are interested in me as a slot. A couple, most at safety.
Okay.
But there are a few that have contacted him that say, "Hey, we'd like to work him out as a slot and kind of see what he looks like there." And so, so I've been catching passes from Christian. Been working a lot with Austin Colley, me and him. So he's been training with me out with Jordan, so we became pretty good friends, and he's been awesome. He's just teaching me. I mean, that guy's a technician, man. He runs the best routes.
He's a surgeon.
Yeah, he is. He is a perfectionist. Like when you work out with him, you know why he's good, because every route he wants it to be perfect. So it's been good working out with those guys.
If the NFL doesn't work out, would the CFL or AFL interest you as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love football. I don't want to give it up, and I think most athletes can relate. And I'm just not ready to hang it up. So wherever I can play, man, I'm trying to make it. So
it's not an NFL or bust situation.
No, yeah, I'm definitely open to play up in Canada or just wherever I get a shot.
Well, we talked to Harvey Unley yesterday, and he was saying that he'd been contacted by the BC Lions, John Beck and Austin Collier there. So, like, if it came to that, like, was that something that would excite you to go up there and play with some old BYU guys?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Be a good time. Better than, like, I don't know, like sending emails or something, you know, like something else that I might have to do. I don't know.
Do you expect to play pro football this upcoming season?
To be honest, I think I do. I'm a pretty good special teams player. That was somewhere where I excelled. That's somewhere that teams actually really like me too. But a lot of teams that show interest are like, we like his special teams.
Well, just ask Danny Sorensen.
Yeah, and so I mean, I love special teams. I'm not scared to hit someone. So hopefully I get a shot to show that I can run down and make a tackle.
Okay, let's talk about the current status of BYU football. You've been around them and are with them and are hanging out with the guys that are coming back next year. You just led the team in tackles. What do you think of the 2015 BYU football defense with Bronco now taking back over and Nick able to go back to his specialty with the secondary?
Yeah, I think they're going to be good. It was good to, I mean, last year they had quite a bit of youth, I think, and they had some young guys get playing time, which at BYU, as you guys know, is kind of rare. We're usually pretty senior heavy. And I think some freshmen, some sophomores got significant playing time, and I think that'll show next year. I think they'll have more maturity, and I think that it'll show on the field.
Do you think that the guys in the secondary specifically, I guess at times it felt like there were some talented guys out there that maybe, word is, weren't always running the scheme to that degree. Do you think that changed a little bit this year? Is that a fair assessment of last year?
Yes, yeah, and more so than I think, man, that just comes with time. You know, Coach Mendenhall's defense, it's really complex. I mean, it takes a while to learn, and I think just when you're young, I think you make mistakes because the game's going so fast. You know, and so I think that just comes. Yeah, Kai Nakua, I think he grew a ton last season. And I think he's a guy that's going to make a ton of plays. He's a really good player. And Jordan Prater, another guy that was able to get in, make some plays. He was young, but I think those guys coming in with confidence and experience, I think they'll make a bunch of plays. Your
brother-in-law is Nick Howell, and we kind of wondered, like, what in the world is the football relationship like, being that you have that tie when you get on the field? Like, are you yelling at each other a little bit more because you're family, or how does that work?
Yeah, he's definitely harder on me because of that. Especially my first couple of years, man. It was tough. Like, I even remember sometimes Craig being like, man, like, I didn't even think you did anything wrong, you know? It was just like he's Coach Howell. He wanted to make sure that people knew he wasn't playing favorites. And so, I mean, I feel like I had to go above and beyond maybe what I should have had to do to prove to him that I deserved to play. Or, I mean, when I made a mistake, it was the end of the world. So yeah, but it's like our football relationship and our relationship off the field were very different. At football, he was hard on me, but he didn't treat me as if I was family, you know? He kind of just was my coach.
How does the dynamic change for him this year where he can go back to focusing his energy solely on the secondary?
Yeah, I mean, obviously being a defensive coordinator, he had a bunch on his plate, calling plays, and that's harder to. I mean, he's trying to watch what protections they're doing. He's trying to watch the fronts, things like that, where he couldn't just focus maybe just on the secondary. And so, I mean, I think that he'll be able to put a little bit more focus there and maybe spend some more time with some corners, some safeties.
Okay, Jeremy and I have had one last raging debate that's been happening for the past week or so, and that is, to define Mitch Matthews as an elite receiver right now, or do we have to wait until next season to term him elite? What do you think? Is Mitch Matthews elite right now?
I do. I think Mitch is a really good player. I've thought
You're a good teammate.
I've thought so for a while. Back when I played corner, I've always thought he was one of the toughest receivers for me to defend. He not only is he's athletic and he can move, but he goes and gets the ball. He's a competitor. He's the type of kid. He doesn't shy away from competition. So yeah, I think Mitch is gonna. I think he's gonna have a huge year next year.
Is really good elite? Because my argument is he's on the verge, and if he has a great season, then we could call him elite. As opposed to Spencer saying, no, he's elite now.
If he played again today, I think he would be elite.
Yeah, elite is in terms of what? We're talking nationwide? We're talking...
Yeah, among the nation, yes.
I think Mitch will be one of the leading receivers in the nation next year. I really do.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He needs to play and do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I'm on him, then he probably wouldn't be as elite. You know, I probably. No, just joking. Mitch he'll have a big season.
Yeah, I think we all think that he's going to make the jump. It's just, is it now or is it after September when BYU plays this really tough schedule and we find out?
Let's play football. Let's play
Exactly.
football.
Let's just play.
Hey, Skye, thanks for coming into the studio. We wish you the best of luck moving forward. Congratulations on an absolutely killer pro day.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me. It was fun and appreciate it.
Good luck with the parking.
Yeah, we'll try to figure that out.
During the break, we'd like you to sign our Rise Up flag if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, hand that over there. And
I don't know what's a tougher challenge, making a pro football roster or the parking situation. We'll have to figure that out.